Okay, hi guys. I just had somebody named Chef AJ on that was running in the background here. That's making brownies out of black beans. I'm not sure what I think about that. And yeah, I just got out of the bath, so my hair's just kind of all over the place. I was mowing lawn earlier, mowing with a rotary mower because the motor died. So it does look like I have, whoops, I hit the wrong button is what I did. What the heck happened here? How'd I get a tarot oracle? Well, that was weird. Okay, anyway, just gonna do the usual setting up here really quick. And then we'll get the ball rolling. Yeah, it got super hot outside and figured I had to do some mowing while I was home. Ended up leaving the cabin early because it just got overrun with it. There was a lot of people. Like, yeah, okay, that's enough. We went up there for it to be quiet, and it wasn't. And yeah, you know, we just picked the wrong weekend to do it, is what happened. Right, that looks like that's good. Let's get the usual YouTube requirements in here. And I know Grampy Lobster's running right now, and at some point, Weaving Illustrator will be going too. But I was too tired by the time I got home from the cabin yesterday, so it is today. Okay. No, it's not Minecraft. That looks good. Mudbrooker. Yeah, he's always getting in the way. You gotta kind of avoid those big pinchers, you know? Right. And that's on. That looks good. Alright. So all of that's saved. Back to this one. Now to do the sharing. I'm going to see how far I get today with this. So over to Discord. Not that anyone looks at my Discord anyway. Over to the Fun Brigade. What the heck is that? Oh God, I don't even want to know. He said that was found on Deviant Art. That's not art. Just no. Alright, sounds like the cats are getting into things too. Alright, so Vince, oh wow. Oh, I got shared, Dractus on Twitch has a sailing ship he did in Minecraft. Whoa. That's cool. And the Dragoons. And I have to enter my birth date. Really? October 22nd, 1832. 1967. Where is... There it is. Okay. And share there. Good. All right. And Twitch. You know, social media is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Is it just me or am I getting old? Must be getting old. Okay. So, there we are. Anywho, yeah, started another painting and got the drawing stuff done on it. And I'm working on that and making some dolls out of little kid socks. I need one that's a TARDIS. That would be cool. I have to figure out though, because this is the result that I got from one sock. Now the gal that was doing these, and of course I have to finish filling in the hair too. The gal that's doing these managed to get the pattern on the front, and I have to figure out how she got this on the front without cutting this off and re-sewing it on. So I have to watch a few more of her videos to figure these out, because some are going for a kid I take care of, and then I'm also going to be selling these little cuties. And he's like really super overstuffed. They're just cute. Needles will not be included. And as usual, it is that time. Bob Ross, positive energy. If you need positive energy, you need Bob Ross. So there we go. Actually, I really do. I look tired. It was hot. I have two rotary mowers, and one is lighter weight, but it is not cutting very well. So I pulled out the one I found, which is this Scott's brand mower. That's all one big solid metal thing, and it's heavy. It is really unbelievably heavy. And so I'm out in the heat mowing with that, but the front yard had to get done before it turns into 90 degrees tomorrow. So, yay. Goofy Minnesota weather. So other than that, I've been working, embroidering some kid's initials into his own towels at work. It's crystal light in here. Really watered down because I've been working on this all day. But at least that way they don't get his laundry mixed up with the general household laundry, like the kitchen towels and things like that. I'm trying to cut down allergic reactions to different soaps and stuff. So I've been putting initials in all of that because, well, I do embroidery sometimes, so why not? And yeah, that's been about it. And so I thought that the next thing I would get into is to finally get this canvas done. I've been sitting on the photo of it for, well, I think about a year now. Oh, geez, I can't do that. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, my phone's just about dead. Look at that. Where's Sadie? Sadie, my phone is at 32%. I gotta tease you, kid. I just have to because it's funny. Mine's actually at 32% though. It's usually when I plug it in, when I start getting paranoid about it. So let me see, I'm trying to find the original photo I'm going to be going off of today. It's one that I took, and I just thought that it was just such a beautiful photo. And when I do these art pieces for parents, I usually try to capture that particular moment. So the medical equipment will be seen. If they have a trach, if they have, you know, the trach dome over, anything like that, it will be in the picture. And the picture that I do. And it's because I'm trying to capture that point in time, because a lot of these kids will end up, you know, no longer having to have medical care, and all that stuff is gone, and it's something that the parent and the child can look back and go, oh, hey, this is where I came from. And that sometimes happens too with the kids who don't make it and end up having multiple paintings done or something, and you see the different stages, and then unexpectedly the last time that was one that had gone, and I don't think that's going to be the case here, thankfully, but I did want to capture that moment, and I have permission from the parent. So this is the photo that I'm going off of, and I just managed to take that, and so we're going to switch over now. And I have to also figure out where I'm putting this tablet, because I actually need to be painting with it. That's the drawing I got. It is a family from Africa. So I wanted to do, and what I'm going to be working on today is some of the patterns that you find in the fabrics that they have over there. So some of these have to have another layer of paint over them. But we're going to get that out now. And hopefully, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's do this. Yeah, that'll work. I wanted to have just the distinction of something from their region of Africa, to have the bright colors, the bright fabrics. It's something so distinctive to where they are from, and have that as the background. And I was painting this outside when I had started. I was at the cabin, and I was sitting at a picnic table doing this, and out in the wind, and the mosquitoes. Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes. That was not fun. Again, I'm just using random acrylic paints that I have. And the thing with the fabrics too is they do have a lot of colors just brightly intermixed, and it's very, very high energy. It's exciting. It's vibrant. And as somebody who happens to like all the colors, I don't have a particular favorite. That's something that's just right up my alley. So, Find my blue too. I am not having luck finding my blue. Where is it? That's purple. That's a pearlescent purple. That's the wrong kind. I just packed all these things in here. Well, I could do a different type of blue too. No reason it can't be done. Well, hi Deb. Welcome aboard. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's going okay. Just getting super warm out there, and it's going to be worse tomorrow. There's the blue I had. Okay. I think I'm ready. Yeah, so I hope I do what I can see. I want to do mom and baby as realistic as I'm capable of doing. I'm not the best portrait artist, but today is going to be just getting those traditional African patterns into these fabrics in the background, and then we'll see how long that takes me and where I go from there. So one of the colors I'm using is Americana Persimmon, and I have to come over here and cover some of this a little bit because it's too junior high school looking right now. I'd at least smooth it out a little. So hopefully I'm not going to be in front of the camera. We'll see. I'm not looking at the camera while I'm doing this, so I don't know how this is going to work. Let's see if I can move this over a little bit more. As I said, this was from a photo I took, and I love this photo so much. And it was a moment. And the little guy was looking at me while he was being held. And looking straight at the camera, and I'm like, oh, this picture can't get any better. So now it's just trying to smooth out the colors just a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is such an awkward angle for me. I'm used to sitting really close to the canvas. And then my daughter got in a car accident yesterday. She and her girlfriend are okay, thankfully. Car's completely and utterly wrecked. Somebody hit them. Oops, I bumped the camera stand, sorry. But nobody was hurt, so that could have been a lot worse. I was glad it wasn't. And a little bit there. I noticed this persimmon color doesn't like to lay down as neat. And while I don't mind that over here, because I kind of like that pale color that came through, I did mind it over in those spots. I don't have it screwed down yet. I have to move my whole desk upstairs. And so I'm waiting for that, but I really need to screw it down so I can do that video of that and the book you sent me, because those are going to be together in one video. But yeah, I have a major furniture moving event to do here, and I'm not looking forward to it. I've been kind of procrastinating. Yeah, I haven't, I probably will get it nailed down or screwed down though somewhere, because, well, I don't want to do it in the old farm table. So it's going to have to be this desk, and I suppose I can just, you know, loosen the screws afterwards and when I move the desk, but at some point I'm going to be needing it to sharpen my Prismacolors. Okay, I'm going to pop over to another screen here quick, and I just want to look at patterns and designs. Now see, it's nothing really consistent. It's like, the patterns are so free. It's just whatever they feel, you know. Incredibly vibrant and just it's free. Very, very free. I think Bob Ross would get into this too. I'm always channeling Bob Ross. So let's do, oh gosh, this is hard. Boy, I messed this up. Hope I don't have to switch to another project. Sitting in the chair doesn't work. Okay, how do I do this without blocking everything? Oh, crap. I'm just botching this bad now. Doggone it. I swear it was so much easier doing the Dragon of Marduk. There we go. Might also be easier once I get further down the canvas. I don't know what I'm doing for the edges of the canvas yet. Yeah, I should actually do that on the wall upstairs, because that's where I'm used to using them. My landlord's not overly picky about things like that, because we've been taking care of the place quite a bit, so. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, if I'm not working tomorrow, then that might be an idea. Let's see what else we got here. I just want the patterns to be authentic as much as possible. That there I could probably cover with a black later once that dries. But some of their stuff isn't nice and neat and perfect either. A lot of it looks like it's actually done with batik on fabric, which is where you take the hot wax and melt it into the fabric in patterns. So when you do the dyes don't go into those areas where the wax is. And then you melt the wax off afterwards with an iron or whatever you got handy. And that's the color of the original fabric in whatever lines you had done. And I love batik. Batik is really cool. I haven't done it in ages. So sorry if I'm blocking the camera. I can't tell what I'm doing. I have to stand up to paint this. I might have to do my old setup with that I did with the Dragon of Marduk. Just gonna be on the other desk then. Kitten in the way. Hubby's trying to play on the computer and the kitten is interrupting. I hear mumbling and grumbling out there in the living room. So I guess I have to get it out of my head that I have to be perfect right here. This is more freeform right here. Yeah. That would work. To do that on a 12 by 12 board. There. Now I don't have to stand up. And I'm not completely blocking what I'm doing. Yay! I'm just using the paint really, really wet right now. What's kind of fun too is if you look at specific regions in Africa and the clothing and the patterns are just all mixed together. You'll find so many patterns just are really drastically different and are on the same garment. We don't have that over here because the fashion police would complain. Okay. That's good. And let's see. Let's switch over to black. Pop on the music while I'm at it. Yeah, I like that idea of the board. I think I actually have a good board outside too that I could do that with. I really like that. Working my way down. This is really freeing though. I'm just sitting here playing with lines. I really enjoy this. I don't have to have a specific plan to this. Just do whatever, wherever the brush takes me. I need to start doing yoga again. I really do. I've been doing Leslie Sanson's Walk Away the Pounds again. That's been helping. That's how I lost weight before, was doing that. And really enjoyed that one. But yeah, today was using that extremely heavy lawnmower and loading the vehicle up, and I'm getting my arm muscles back and everything. I had to get myself to where I'm losing weight and not snacking so much is my biggest problem. I just get to craving crap. Although I eat a lot of greens, I'm eating a lot of different beans and stuff like that too. So it's like I'll take my salads to work and everybody's like, your salad is so pretty. Cook a lot of vegetables ahead of time and have them throughout the week. And then whatever meat or whatever I feel like having with them. Okay, switch over to the black on that one. I wanted two colors on that one. He's got some really wispy curls in here, so I don't want to, you know, it's not going to matter if I go down here too much. In that photo is a lot of little wisps of curls and absolutely totally beautiful child. Mom's gorgeous. And I really been wanting to do this painting for a long time. It's just fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it with me, too. And I found even when I have the days where I'm doing vegan meals and watching, you know, what I put in for oils and stuff like that, I still find that it's really hearty and filling. And that's without any pasta, without any rice. I'll maybe use potatoes in there, something like that. But let me adjust this light here. Sorry if I'm jiggling the camera. I have to reach around everything. The light in the room is changing because it's changing outside. Slowly. A little better. Nice. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm doing with my Social Security, too, is trying to wade through paperwork. And that's just to get my card renewed. Like tomorrow I'll be out in the garage finding my divorce paperwork. And then I just have to get all of that packed up with other documents that say who I am. And then including my driver's license and mail it to the office because we can't do it online in Minnesota. The gal at Social Security that I talked to is like, oh, well, what state do you live in? You should be able to just do this online. Minnesota. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, crap. Thanks. That is too funny. Some of these designs I'm looking at do look like they're batik. I really like the free form. Let's see. Yeah. I'm so too funny, Mudbroker. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're from Minnesota? Oh, that's too bad. I just hope I can do these guys justice here. So skin tone I'm not used to doing a lot with. But there's only really certain colors used in skin tones. I believe, if I remember correctly, is a mixture of green, a red, a brown, and a yellow. And then there's either black for real dark spots and white for real highlights. And it's just different percentages of these different colors. But that's something I'll have to take a look at again. Sorry, I might be in the way again. So otherwise, I haven't even been on YouTube all that much. Watching Ozark and watching Hannibal on Netflix. Both are actually pretty good. And what I thought was originally starting out as predictable in Hannibal ended up not being. Oh. That sounds like an interesting one. When they redid some of this house, there were extra cables outside that they just had cut and left them hanging, but they're nearby active power wires and stuff. So one right now in the wind is beating against the window out here. I'm like, what is banging on the window? You can't peek in the window from, directly outside here. You have to look up. Hannibal's claw, yeah. I'm surprised. I was expecting, Hannibal's such a popular character to play around with, and they had based the book off of the Red Dragon, or based the series off of it, and they did a pretty decent job, and they got Mads Mikkelsen to play Hannibal, and of course he's about as scary as Now I can't remember his name. Who did Silence of the Lambs? Now I can't remember it. Sir Anthony Hopkins. There we go. Yeah, he's along that line of creepy, scary, make you shudder without being obnoxious about it or anything. He's very cerebral. Yeah. Yeah. That one was really funny. Is my first date with my ex-husband. We went to go see that. And it ended up, he got lost on the way, because when I lived with my parents, it was out in the middle of nowhere, you know. And it was pouring buckets. And he came to the door, and my sister had turned on the light because it had just, you know, it was dark by that point. She turned on the porch light and walked away again, and he was standing outside the door. And then we went to go see Silence of the Lambs. Like, that's not a first date movie, I'll tell you that much. It's like, oh my word. Yeah, I kind of missed up there. That's okay though. I don't think the background matters that much that it has to be that precise. This is just fun, bright colors. So you are Mudbrooker. I love that. That's great. That was a memorable line. Yeah, Mads for sure, though, is along the lines of Sir Anthony Hopkins. That was... It's a fantastic performance. It's worth watching just to watch him, if anything else. And of course, there's the gore and the violence and the confusing bits because somebody's having a mental breakdown and hallucinating a lot. And I mean, there's just some weird stuff going on. Like that cord trying to bang against my window again. And Ozark is really good too. That's a whole thing centered around the drug cartel and money laundering gone bad, and it actually is really engaging. And there's some good characters in there. And there's a female villain in there, and I forgot what all she played in, but she's really good. And really bad at the same time. And good at being bad. I just had to take care of that. That was bugging me. That's a little better. Okay, now what do I want to do here? Oh dear, yeah, that was a memorable line. I haven't seen that video though. Lately, hubby and I have been watching not only the Slash Street Boys, but they're also getting the Slice Girls together. So they did My Head Spins Right Round by the girl from The Exorcist. It's just really, really disturbing and funny at the same time. Okay. I won't do it here because I don't want to get hit with copyright claims, but... just enjoying this. This really is just kind of freeing. I think this is more the representational or non-representational that Blue was talking about. This is the equivalent of that for me. This part won't be, but this definitely is. Kind of refreshing not having to worry about doing a perfect background or just being freeform like this. Yeah. Now let's see. That does look really cool. Try to stretch my hand out a little bit. Oh. I was weeding too, so my joints are a little bit on the stiff side right now. All right. Liking this. This is fun. Let's see, the next section. Playing with the wet paint. Then when it's all of this is completely dry and done, then I have to take white and I'm kind of basing this off of somebody else's painting that they had done as far as outlining all of these sections in white so that it just pops out. But this will all have to be dry before I can do that. Oh, there's a kitten meowing outside my door. It really is, Tereva. It is. I'm completely enjoying myself here. And as Blue was saying, you know, he wanted me to do something non-representational, and I didn't expect that it was going to be the background of this painting. Because, of course, it's representational, but... Well, I'm glad. I'm having a good time with it. This is just a lot of fun. And I'm just kind of going by what I've been researching for different fabrics, different patterns they use on fabrics in different countries of Africa. So this actually is from one specific country. Oh, I do too. It's just popping. And when I get everything outlined in white, it's really going to just jump. I still can't believe I got his face right, though. He's such a little cutie pie. Claim your... This is the notification I got. Claim your Trump train gold coin for free while supplies last. Uh-huh. No. what's really funny is a lot of those political coins, you know, that they sell, they'll say, oh, it's this percentage of silver and it's this and that. Turns out, you try to resell those coins, they're not worth anything. Nobody will take them off your hands. I think that one, do I want to do? What do I want to do there? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do on that one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for as much as they're overpriced and you can't turn around and sell them at all. When a pawn shop won't even take them, you know it's bad. And it's like my father had spent a lot of money on those things and they're just worthless. That stands out pretty good. What's going to be fun is when he's older and able to hear the story behind this painting. Those colors just really pop. I'm probably going to have to research more skin tones before I get to and do a practice canvas of the skin tones to make sure I get those right before I start on this, because that part I want perfect. Yeah, exactly. I got pretty lucky. I mean, my father was actually saving a lot of it for me, and I ended up having some hard times. And, of course, this was back when on shared custody, 50-50 custody, I was paying $1,500 a month child support. And, because my ex would keep losing jobs. So, you know, I ended up in the hospital a couple of times, got really, really sick, and I still had to pay that child support. So paying rent and everything else was a nightmare. So all this stuff I inherited, I still have some of his coins, but a lot of them I ended up having to sell just so I could not, you know, keep a roof over my head. And that was his intention, though, is that stuff was for if I really needed it, and that ended up being the case. Oh, thank you, Trevor. Yeah, a long time I couldn't do faces at all. I mean, they'd end up looking like some nightmarish thing. And it's taken me, I've been doing an awful lot of practice. And still, I had to do this several times. I drew this directly on the canvas, and like you can see some of my eraser marks and stuff like that. It took some time to get the proportions right, but I don't do a grid. I did a little bit. You can almost see a trace of a line right here where I had to make sure that I got her angle right. But him, I didn't. And I just freehand draw now, so. Yeah, I still have a bronze, Roman bronze coin. It's pretty wore out, but I thought that was too cool, so that one I hung on to. And there's some other ones that I've hung on to. But, like, he sent my daughter 1912 complete set of National Geographic. I still have that. It's sitting in a tin box from Germany from the 40s. And, you know, I have various things like that. Of course, my old dolls from Germany that my grandmother bought for me and brought over to America when I was born, so they're as old as I am. And I still have, like, some stuffed animals that are stuffed with wood shavings and stuff from when I was little. This actually is from a photo that I took. And this was about a year ago that I took this one. And I'll show it again. I have permission to show it from Mom. I did ask ahead of time because I didn't want to live stream this painting without her permission. The last one I did of the child and mom, he had passed away, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that painting on YouTube. But this one I don't have a problem with. Let me see if I can find the photo again. There it is. So this is the picture right here. And of course you really can't see it that well. And yeah, there's medical equipment there and stuff. Yeah, it's hard to see now in this light, but yeah, whoops. That took me some doing. You know. It shows up much better just looking at the phone playing, but I can't get it to come out. But great photo, and I'm like, I hung on to that one photo this whole time because I really wanted to do this painting. So, photo of wonderful models. And it was just one of those moments where she had picked him up and he turned and he kind of laid his head against her and then looked directly at me when I did the camera, and I'm like, this is great. Thank you. Yeah, I see this little one a lot, and I've been wanting to do this painting. Well, I keep doing stuff like this, you know. This is what I was always envious of, people being able to do portraits and stuff like that, and just never felt I was there. And it's like now I'm kind of coming into my own. All right, so what am I going to do there? And there's a cardinal trotting down my garage, down the roof. All right, now what? Let's go back to this brush. I think this whole pattern thing with the background colors just fits so well. It just really brings a unique thing to this painting. As long as I do the darn skin tones right. That's the part, that kind of scares me. It really does, because I'm not the best with skin tones. That's something I'm still learning to do, you know. My brush towel is reaching the end of its life. I accidentally set it in wet paint and the paint dried a little bit. So the towel's all sticky now. And I'm like, yeah, maybe it's time. After 20 some years, my brush cleaning towel might have to say farewell to the world. Well, let's do this. Oh, yeah, Mummy Brown. Oh, dear. Yeah, that would, that'd be interesting to paint with. I know I didn't watch it. I don't remember who the artist is, but they mixed some of the most expensive colors ever known for oils. And they actually mixed theirs off the old formulas. There we go. Yeah, they definitely would. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is when I took the photo, the lighting was kind of coming from straight on. So I have to figure out what I want to do with the lighting and then where I'm going to do that. And I need to start with doing the skin tone on the faces first before I do the hair or anything else, because I want the hair to be able to lay over top, you know. I think my cat is complaining at my husband. Are you getting yelled at by Wraith? Oh, I heard somebody cussing at you. There we go. And what do I want to do? Sounds like the cats are being a pain. Are you gonna make it out there? What I find, what I find really interesting is that a lot of patterns are consistent across cultures. I mean, this is very specific because that's a shield, but some of them are just dependent, you know, they're not as culturally dependent as we think. Like the steps and the triangle designs and stuff. Yeah. And I might have to go help my husband here. Cats are being a pain. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is I'm going to have to do multiple layers. This thin wash is a color. So I'm going to have to watch more portrait artists at work before I get to doing this part. I mean, I did get the last painting I did well, but it wasn't well enough for my taste, for what I wanted to do. Why are you yelling at me from outside the door? You did it. Meow. And I really want this to be lifelike. So yeah, it may be after I get this white outlining done on the patterns. I'm I'm gonna have to do some studying. Putting myself in art school. And there I had gotten white in. Oh, this is hard. Going up that high. Here we go. That's better. Oops. I have some small Q-tips, but oftentimes it's brushes and my fingers. Thank you, Deb. These colors definitely give it some life. Oh, yeah. Which, you know, that's why, you know, like sepia tones and stuff like that, you end up with the whole film being that color instead of having them, you know, at least in old photography, having them be separate. Sorry, concentrating. I even had my tongue sticking out again. Yeah, it really jumps out. That really jumps out. And I'm not even using a steady hand on the outlines. I just can't tonight. My arms are a little tired, but it kind of gives that freeform, still lets it have that freeform feel to it. I think the only thing that would have made it better is if I'd have gotten scraps of fabric and batiqued them and then glued them onto here and glazed it and then painted over top of the glaze down here, which I've actually done that before. I did a portrait of a preemie baby in his dad's hand, and the whole baby fit in his hand. And the man's from Italy, and so the baby's name is Leopold. And so I took like scraps of, because Dad's always singing and, you know, has a wonderful voice and everything. So I took scraps of sheet music. I took scraps of fabrics, paints, glazes, gold leaf, all of this, and just kind of did the whole background in it, and then glazed over it, and then painted Leopold in sepia tones. And it looked like it had come off of a fresco in an Italian home when I got done with it, with all the layers of glazes I used and everything. And I was working with a doctor from Madrid, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you here?" It was the dialysis unit that I worked as a nurse, and Leopold was born, and the image, the photo was just, to me, was so interesting that I wanted to do that little baby, because he was so tiny. He just fit right in his dad's hand. And that painting took me a while. In fact, I think the painting of Leopold is still on my Facebook in my photos. Paint tray over here. Twisting myself around into contortions. I am not a contortionist. That was making me feel like I was one. Yeah, that white is just really making that pop out. Look at that. That's great. Absolute fun. Oops. Until I lose the steadiness in my hand. That's the thing, I've been pulling a mudbrooker and working my butt off this spring. The one weekend I did nothing but plant the whole weekend. I was so exhausted when I got done. But I got a lot of stuff done. It was worth it. Crap. Come on. This is really an odd angle. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a sample canvas of just the skin tones and figure out exactly how I'm going to approach doing mom and baby. Oh yeah, I put in, I don't know how many hostas, lilacs, tomatoes, onions, garlic. What else did I do? I did chard, kale, dill, romaine, irises, a boat ton of irises, and hostas. So I've worked not only on my flower garden, but also my edible garden. And hostas are edible, actually. Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe not as much work as you do. All right. I think, boy, that really jumps. Wow. That really pops. Oops, what did I do here? Oh, there we go. And of course now the ad's gonna play. Oh, that's not the right one. What did I do? I accidentally bumped my mouse. Ugh. There we go. Oh yeah, I enjoy that a lot. Having the fresh salads are just wonderful. All right. Yeah, I gotta practice on those skin tones. Definitely, because I can't even really do the eyes right now until I have the whole sense of where the rest of the painting is going. Like right here, right here, like this tubing is this is white, and then this is leading to the blue tubing. This used to be a two-piece set of tubing that he had, because he's got a trach right in here. So this is actually kind of a beige color, and then darker blue straps here, but I need to get those colors to not jump out. I still have to keep those same tones as what the rest of this is going to be. And the sweater actually was a gray sweater. And what you do, usually what you're doing with any type of portraiture or natural painting, is you want to keep the colors fairly consistent. You know, if you're working with a fall painting, you're going to be using a lot of oranges and browns and things like that. You don't want to have suddenly something lime green jump out at you in an autumn painting or something like that. So I have to be able to keep all these tones the same, even though there's going to be the hint of color here and a different color right here. There definitely will be different tones. So yeah, it's got to kind of match the skin tone, but then you can tell it's something else. It isn't skin. And that's going to be really, really interesting to do. So yeah, so I have that as a project. And like I said, my other project are these little dolls made out of kid socks. This was out of baby socks. Well, a little bigger than baby. I can do them out of, you know, smaller size, you know, 0 to 6 month socks too. But yeah, right now I want to make a bunch of these. And these eventually I'll be having up for sale, but I got another little one that's in the hospital, so I'm going to be, you know, getting them some little dolls for when they come back out. So those are my projects. And I think right now I'm kind of at a standstill because of what I have to research on this yet before I can get into the next phase of it. So, thank you, Deb. I'm hitting the point where this is where I get a little bit of anxiety going, is when I have to start doing the skin tones like that. So I think we're gonna start that on another day, whether I'm just doing recording the process or something. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I'm working tomorrow yet or not. So if I'm not, we'll probably hit another stream tomorrow then. So I am going to call it tonight. And yeah, we'll just keep it focused on little cuteness. I love his little mouth. Just babies have these little pillowy mouths. They're just so cute. So night all, take care. You guys have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you later. Blessed be everyone. Hopefully tomorrow, Treva, if I'm off. I will post it on my community tab. So talk to you later.